Alright guys, what's up? Today I'm doing something that has been requested numerous times and numerous people have asked me. But today I'm actually going to produce a video showing how I set my recorders up and what I use to record video on from my Xbox and to put on YouTube. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I use, what it works with, how well it works, and then actually go into the process of how I set it up. So, first off, as you can tell, I use what probably 90% of the people on YouTube use, which is the Pinnacle Dazzle. Now, this one here is the Dazzle DVC 170. It was the Platinum Edition. I got this about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I used this, loved it. You know, it came with a the Studio 10 at the time, along with bonus discs and other setup. As you can see, it says here DVC 170, and this is what I used for the majority of my videos. Everything all the way up until my 50 cal headshot montage were recorded with this system. So it did do me well. Now on this side I have the Dazzle DVC 107 HD Creator Plus. I got this a few months ago, and the only thing I've done so far with it is put a few tests to play with the recording systems and stuff. But for the most part, they're identical. You know, both have Dazzle, different color obviously, but on the front, same setup. You have your left, right audio, your S video, and your RCA, you know, yellow video input, and then you just have a green LED that goes off to show that it is powered up by your computer. Now, the downfalls and upsides. The DVC 170, this one here, at the time I bought it, it was running average between $70 and $85. Best Buy usually had it on sale about once every 2-3 months for about $50. Really good. Only downside is if you're running on a Vista or Windows 7 64-bit system, you cannot use this. It was designed specifically for Windows XP. However, they have updated drivers to run on 32-bit Windows Vista and 32-bit Windows 7. So you can go online and download the drivers if you can't get this to work. The only way I found to run this on a 64-bit Windows 7, which is what I'm using, is to use the virtual PC, and even then you have to have a certain level of Windows 7. So it was just a whole big pain, and I just found it easier to upgrade. This one here, however, is, you know, I downloaded the software and it just uploaded instantly. Had no issues with it. This worked fine for Windows 7 64-bit, but I still think it'll work on the XP and Vista. So I don't think there's any issues with this one here whatsoever. Also, another good thing is this is estimated for HD quality. So this comes with Studio 14, which is Pinnacle's editing software, which is much better. It's been very improved from Studio 10, which is what this came with. I recently got this one. This also runs, I think, $85 from the actual site. However, I got a refurbished one from eBay for $50. So it wasn't bad. Came with a 90-day warranty, but really these things are really hard to break. It's just basically connections. You know, you're just running these video connections into a USB 2.0 connector. So it's really hard to break these. But from that, I do say that this has so far produced a better quality video. The only thing is you have to sit there and kind of play with the editing system. I may have a video on the editing program in the future, but I'm not quite sure on it yet. So remove these. Alright, now to show the actual setup of how I do these. I'm unable to get to the back of my TV to show you this, so pardon the cheesy drawing here. But since I can't show you the back of my TV, this is about the best I can do. So just your in, out on the back of your TV, S video, your regular yellow video input, left and right audio. Now normally how the majority of people set this up is you plug in all of your connectors and then just run a brand new set of cables from the output of your TV into your Dazzle. Now whenever I first started making the videos, I originally just used the composite cables. I didn't use the component or the S-Video or anything else. However, I did find a few years ago that S-Video did highly improve the video quality, which is hard to notice if you're not using it, but once I did upgrade, it was extremely better. So normally you can pick up a S-Video cable for the Xbox 360 for about $35. However, I found one on eBay that was rather cheap and ran under $5 with free shipping and handling, actually, but it hasn't really let me down. So as you can see, I just have my S-Video, regular video, and my audio. The only thing is, about a few years ago, I ended up stepping on this connector by accident, and I busted one of the posts off. So I just went to Radio Shack and bought an S-Video cable, and then simply went and spliced it together, soldered it, and put wire nuts on it. So it's kind of rigged to work, but it does work, and there hasn't been an issue with it yet. So, but whenever I first started making these, that's what I would do. I would simply, place these into the input of my TV, and then run, a set of cables like these, just your RCA, red, yellow, white, from the output into my Dazzle. But after playing with it for a while, I've always been into connections, with different things, and I found one thing that it seems common with all connections: the less connections you have, the shorter the cables, the better the quality. So what I started doing is, out of these three, I would simply plug these three into the input of my TV. Then I would take my S-Video cable and plug this directly into the Dazzle. So now I have a direct feed from my Xbox into my Dazzle, while still being able to watch the video on my TV with this. Granted, I'm sacrificing a little bit of video quality on the TV, but to improve my videos, I'll deal with it. And then I would simply just run a set of the red and white audio cables from the output into my Dazzle. Now there's numerous different setups for this. You can run it, and like I said, run it from this and then a whole new set of cables into the output. Or there's a lot of people that'll get just a cable splitter, which basically just plugs on, and then it has two male components instead of just the one. I don't like this. It splits the feed, so it splits the quality, splits the actual power of the signal that's being sent out through this, so I don't really care for it. So, but I have been getting quite a few questions as far as, how do you get your quality, how do you record, what's the best method to set it up, what do you record on. So I just figured I'd make this video. It's a little overdue, but figured I'd make it. So I do record with a Dazzle DVC 107 HD Plus using an S-Video cable directly plugged into the Dazzle, these three plugged into my TV, and then a set of audio cables running from the output of my TV into my Dazzle. And that's what I use to record on. So if anybody would like to know, or you have any questions about where to purchase this, or how to set it up in more detail or anything, you can go ahead and send me a message. But other than that, just want to let everybody know exactly what I do, and thanks everybody for the comments and questions. See ya.